Hello everyone, it's me again. So today I had the opportunity to go through the presentations from different researchers at the nutrition conference. I found some very interesting research work, and I would like to share with the public. The reason I picked out or selected these researchers was because I feel that their study and the results from the study can be beneficial and they are practicable, right? Things that you can relate with, things that you can practice at home to improve your nutrition. So watch this video, and if you have any more questions, I'll make sure I drop their contact so that you can also reach out to them. So yesterday I was attracted to your abstracts.
Okay.
And you did something about cassava flour, mixing it with Ugwu leaf.
Yes.
In trying to find a solution or something that people with diabetes. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. So what the research, the abstract, is all about, like she said, mixing Ugwu leaves with cassava flour, so as to see if it will kind of have any effect, probably whether it will increase the blood sugar level of people with diabetes or still help maintain the blood glucose even after consuming it. So the study is just a kind of way to see if people with diabetes can actually consume this food, cassava flour, after it has been fortified with Ugwu without any complications, without any fear of, oh, my blood glucose will increase after taking this food or anything like that. So in my research, I had 4 samples from the meal. One sample was just the cassava flour with no Ugwu in it. Another sample had 90% of the cassava flour with 10% of Ugwu leaf. Another sample had 50% of the cassava flour with 50% of Ugwu leaf. And the last one had 70% of the cassava flour with 30% of the Ugwu leaf. So each of these meals flour was produced into swallow and then served with vegetable soup in form of ewedu soup, that is jute leaf, and then the stew. The stew was prepared with little oil and then grilled fish. So each of these meals were served to diabetic patients at a teaching hospital in Ibadan, UCH, each day, like a meal per day. So after the whole thing, before eating, their fasting blood glucose is taken and recorded. Then after 2 hours, which is what we call postprandial blood glucose level, that is after 2 hours of eating the food, the blood glucose level was taken again, and then it was compared. So at the long run, it was discovered that the 90:10% of these mixtures still increased the blood glucose level of the patients, which is what is expected, which is what normally happens, because in hospitals they will ask them to take minimum amounts of this kind of food or avoid it because of its increase in the blood glucose level. So 90:10 is not recommended because it still increases the blood glucose level of the patients. 50% of this mixture really lowers the blood glucose level. When I say lower, it means, according to WHO, after consuming any food as a diabetes patient, after 2 hours of consuming any meal, the expected normal range of blood glucose level is lesser than 180 mg per day. So after consuming these 50-50 ratios of this food, it is found out that the mean value, as in the blood glucose level after 2 hours of consuming it, is still lower than, is within the range according to WHO, because it is lesser than 180.
Now we have pinpointed that the 50/50 ratio. And when you say 50/50 ratio, it means that you had 50% of cassava flour mixed with 50%. So the same measurement, 50/50,
yes,
mixed together,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So if you can So is this something that people can do on their own at home?
Yes, very well. If you can measure correctly, and then you can try as much as possible to make sure that your mixture, your production is hygienic enough, then you are fine to go.
Awesome. So if someone doesn't have diabetes, can they adopt this as a meal?
Yes, they can.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.